On the education beat now, Corpus Christi ISD Superintendent Dr. Roland Hernandez spoke with our team today, saying that at this point in time, the district is now seeing about 44% of its students who have returned to campus for face-to-face instruction, also following back up on a report we brought you last month where several students within the district were failing by the end of just the first grading period. In our interview, Hernandez wasn't able to provide an exact number of how many students were still in that same position, but that the district's intercession week, teachers stepped up to provide focused help for students struggling, and that did make a difference.
During the intercession, we did use that week to help students in giving them more support of getting turned in what needed to be turned in. It wasn't creating more work for them or the teachers. It was more about giving them work that they either had not submitted yet or completed, and giving them that chance.
Hernandez said that since that intercession week does not include contract days, that the teachers who helped students during that time were provided extra duty pay.